All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into the comeback of a true legend, the Lancia Gamma. Now, this isn't just some new car slated for 2026. Oh no, this is a massive statement about where Italian style and elegance are headed in the auto world.
You know, this quote from Lancia's CEO, Luca Napolitano, really says it all, doesn't it? The living room of an Italian home. That perfectly sums up the whole ambition behind their new flagship. It's a vision of luxury that isn't just about horsepower, but about comfort, about style, and really that incredible feeling you only get in an Italian home.
So yeah, the Gamma is way more than just a new car. People are actually calling it the manifesto of the Lancia Renaissance. And that's because it's a critical piece of this huge, ambitious 10-year plan that Lancia has under its parent company, Stellantis. The goal? To put Lancia right back on the map in the premium car market.
Okay, so to really get what Lancia is doing here, where they're headed, we've got to take a step back and look at where they've been. Because you see, the new Gamma is reviving a name that has a really complicated but totally fascinating history.
So, let's talk about the original Gamma from the 70s and 80s. Man, this car was a story of beautiful contrasts. On one hand, it was an absolute design masterpiece from Pininfarina, a pure expression of Italian style. But on the other hand, well, for all that beauty and all its cool innovations, it had a terrible reputation for reliability issues that really hurt its legacy.
And just look at this. The jump in performance from the old Gamma to the new one is just staggering. It's a perfect snapshot of how much technology has changed in 40 years. We're talking more than double the horsepower, and the 0 to 60 time is almost cut in half. This isn't just an update, it's a whole different animal.
So the big question is, how does Lancia bring that heritage into the 21st century? Well, it all starts with this really unique design philosophy they call sostenibile elegante. That's elegant sustainability. It's all about embracing what makes Lancia special instead of just trying to copy their rivals. Right, so instead of just making another copy of the German sedans that are everywhere, Lancia is doubling down on what makes it, well, Lancia. This is what we're talking about when we say Italian style in its maximum expression. It's this vision of incredible comfort, really sophisticated design, and a focus on sustainability. Now, part of that is this thing called the S.A.L.A. system. Let's dig into that. Okay, so S.A.L.A. It stands for Sound, Air, Light Augmentation. The easiest way to think about it is like a smart hub for the whole car. It's designed to make all the high-tech stuff in the interior feel super intuitive, totally effortless. The whole point is to get back to that living room feeling, where the technology is there to make you comfortable, not to get in your way.
But of course, all that modern style is nothing without some serious modern engineering to back it up, right? So let's get under the hood, so to speak, and look at the tech that's powering the new Gamma. Because this is really where the past meets the future. So, the foundation for the new Gamma is Stellantis' STLA Medium platform. And this is a really big deal. It's not some brand new, untested thing just for Lancia. No, this is a proven, top-of-the-line foundation that's used across a bunch of different cars in the group. What that means for you is you're getting components that have been tested for millions and millions of kilometers. Plus, it's super versatile. It can handle both hybrid and all-electric versions of the car.
Now here's something interesting. Originally, the plan was for the Gamma to be electric only. But Lancia made a pivot. Now it's going to be offered as both a fully electric car and a hybrid. This is a super smart move, really. It's a direct response to what's happening in the market. They know that the switch to EVs isn't happening overnight for everyone, especially across Europe.
And speaking of the all-electric version, you've got to see this number, 700 kilometers. That's about 435 miles of range. That is a huge deal. With its big 98 kilowatt-hour battery, the Gamma is aiming to be a leader in its class. This is the kind of number that just completely wipes out range anxiety and makes this a car you could easily take on a long road trip.
Okay, and for all you performance fans out there, get ready for this. Lancia is planning to bring back the legendary HF Integrale badge. Yes, you heard that right. They're planning a high-performance, all-wheel drive electric version. The rumors are talking somewhere between 400 and 500 horsepower. That's a massive shout-out to Lancia's incredible rally history.
So, you've got this amazing blend of killer style and cutting-edge tech. The question is, who is this car actually for? Who is Lancia trying to attract with the new Gamma?
Well, it turns out Lancia has a really clear idea of who they're building this for. And listen, they are not going after the mainstream average car buyer. Nope, they're targeting professionals who want a company car that actually stands out. They're going for design lovers, people who really appreciate Italian style. And they're even looking at tech-savvy families who want something that's both practical and stylish, something that says they value being different, not just showing off status.
But make no mistake, this is a tough crowd. The Gamma's going head-to-head with some of the biggest and most successful names out there in the premium market. But here's the thing. Lancia knows they're not going to be the #1 seller. That's not the goal. The goal is to carve out their own special place, a niche, by offering something that is genuinely, authentically different.
And you have to remember, the Gamma isn't happening in a vacuum. It's just one piece of a much, much bigger puzzle. It's a key move in this carefully planned, step-by-step comeback for the entire Lancia brand.
And here's the roadmap. It shows you just how methodical Lancia has been about this. One new car every 2 years. It started in 2024 with the new Ypsilon. Next up in 2026 is the Gamma. And then in 2028, the return of the iconic Delta. You can see the end game here, right? By 2028, the plan is for Lancia to be a completely all-electric brand. It's a pretty clear path.
So, when you boil it all down, the Gamma is so much more than just a car. It's a bold statement. It's Lancia making a bet that in a world full of look-alike cars, especially a sea of SUVs that all kind of blend together, there are still people who crave that unique charisma of pure, unadulterated Italian style. And I guess the big question we're all left with is, will that bet pay off? It's going to be fascinating to watch. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer.